Dwayne Duggan, Remax of Boulder video podcast. Today is a milestone in the marketplace. We are 6 months into the market for 2017, and no better than to have DB Wilson here to tell us how it's going. DB, man, how's it going?
It's going
Glad
good.
to have you here. So,
thanks for having me.
DB has been studying these stats, has them down like crazy, and we're going to look at the 10 major factors in both the attached dwelling and single family markets right now and how they've done for the first 6 months of the year. So, DB, do you want to start with single family?
Sure, let's start there. Again, what we're looking at are the number of active properties on the market, median sales price, average sales price to list price ratio, the days on the market, the actual total number of raw sales, the number of expired listings, the number of months of inventory. In other words, that's an absorption rate. If nothing new came on the market, how many months of inventory do we have? The percent under contract, and then finally what the interest rates are doing. What we're seeing, Duane, is we're kind of easing into a more balanced market, which is a very good thing for our marketplace. The number of active listings is up to 1,000. A year ago at this time was 883, so that's about 13% higher.
Up a little bit.
This is a really good thing in my mind. Like I said, it brings balance to the market, but if you're a buyer out there, now you've got some options to look at, and that's a really good thing. The average price has increased by about 5.5%. It's now for Boulder County is $694,826, so it's a pretty high number. Median price is at $567,500. That's up about 6% over a year ago. So we're still seeing appreciation.
But it appears to be slowing a little bit.
It has slowed. Right. That was double digits a year ago, right. And so again, I think this is spelling a more healthy marketplace, probably allowing wages to catch up with where prices are at. So really a good thing overall. Right. Sales price to list price is still very high, 99.2. That's down slightly from a year ago. Probably the norm is around 95 to 97 on a very balanced market. So it's still kind of favoring the seller. But again, I think that's a good thing to see that come down from last year was almost 100% for single family. Days on the market, interestingly, is shortened, and I think that that could be partially that there's more appraisers to go around at this point because the sales aren't quite as fierce. And actually the number of sales is up slightly, so we're absorbing the additional inventory. We've had 1,587 sales to date. That's about 3% over a year ago, so nothing much, but 1,587 is okay. It's still lower than where we would like to see it. Interestingly, expireds are up quite a bit, all the way to 33 expireds. An expired listing, of course, is one that goes on the market and never sells. Right. That's still a very low number, though, overall. Another thing that we look at is the months of inventory, the absorption rate. For a really balanced market, it's going to be like 5 to 7 months of inventory. We're still at 3.8%, which is up slightly from a year ago, which was 3.4 months. Now we're 3.8 months. Again, that's favoring the seller because we're not to that 5 to 7 month category. Percent under contract is still very high. 45% of those 1,000 properties are under contract, so 450 are under contract. That demonstrates that it's still a very strong market, and we're going to see continued appreciation. You know, when that gets down 20%, 25%, somewhere there, that flattens out that appreciation, but that's still pretty high rate. Interest rates are up slightly over a year ago, about 9% over a year ago. We're at 3.9%. You know, I haven't been in the business forever. Right. That is
still a darn good rate.
Unbelievable rate. So again, a great time to buy if you're if you're interested in getting a property.
So that sums up single family. So attached dwellings.
Attached dwelling. The inventory is up 24% over a year ago, but that's still only 242 properties on the market, of which 57% are under contract. So again, we're absorbing that additional inventory. There's only 2.3 months of inventory on the market. The median price now is $365,000 for Boulder County. Just 2 years ago, that was $250,000. That'll give you some idea of the appreciation. So that in the past, that's been very rapid appreciation, multiple offers, as you know, well over asking price. And thankfully, that has slowed. That's only 5% over a year ago, and that's a much more manageable appreciation rate. So average is over 400,000. It's at 405,000, up about 3% over a year ago. The sales price to list price for attached dwellings is still over 100%. So meaning that when a seller puts it on the market, there's a good chance that it's going to sell for over asking price, and it's just slightly over 100 at 100.5%. But again, that's showing that strength of market. But that's down from over 102%
Right.
a year ago. So again, it's going the right direction, I think, for a more balanced market.
Right.
Number of sales are up 14%. So currently, or year to date, we've had 633 sales compared with 554 a year
So
ago.
maybe a little more inventory helping out there? Or?
There is. And again, this is a great thing for a buyer. And, you know, you don't necessarily have to make an offer on the first property you see. You can actually see more than one and be more satisfied, I think. So overall, I think what we're seeing is a more normalization of the market. The rapid appreciation that we've had the last 4 years really is unsustainable, and it's something that you don't want to go forever because it will lead to a bubble. So this is a very natural correction. It is very good overall for the market, and certainly if you're a buyer, it's great news.
Sure. So typically the strongest part of our year is the first 6 months, typically.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to compare when we finish another quarter to see how we did.
I look forward to that because
Right.
it will be interesting.
It will be good.
Yeah.
DB, anything else and final conclusions about the market right now?
I don't think so.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Okay.
Appreciate your updates.
Okay.
Duane Duggan, Remax of Boulder Video Podcast, signing off.